Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for more of Cute Wolf Girl and Merchant Boy's adventures through medieval Europe and also some economics and stuff. We're on episodes 10 and 11, and that's what we're going to watch today. Last time we watched episodes 8 and 9, in which we journeyed for a good long trip, good while, with a shepherd girl and her small flock, very small flock, of wonderful sheep that she takes pretty good care of. Um, Still not sure about Shepherd Girl. She's there's something weird going on with her. There's something about the way that the townspeople all sort of moved away from her and shut their doors and hid their kids and hid their wives makes me think that there's something strange going on, and does make me continue to believe that she may be this magician character that we've heard a little bit about who has control over wolves and such, but we really don't know, and that seems to be something that we've sort of moved away from as a plot thread, at least for the moment. I assume it'll probably come back at some point. But as we arrived at this city where the church holds much sway and much influence, Kraft went ahead and touched base at what is sort of like his guild hall. I don't actually remember what they called it. But it's like his guild hall where a bunch of other merchants from his hometown, people who have known each other for a long time, get together and pool their money for big ventures together, things like that. Met a kind of cool character for just a moment with the big, brusque, burly, hairy, poof chest of mustache guy, bartender, tavern keeper type of guy who seems to know a lot about craft and seems to have known him for a long time. Seems like an altogether good guy. And at the same time, we've got something going on that feels like the setup, in the same way that the whole Chloe Medio Milone trading thing was a bit of a fiasco. It seems like we've got a setup for another type of fiasco, and we don't know where this is coming from or anything, but there are people in some other building that may or may not be another guild hall, potentially a rival guild hall, is just a guess, who are looking for Kraft. They are looking for him, wondering if he's shown up in town yet, and seeming kind of sinister. So, not sure what's going on at this point. I do think that Kraft and Hollow, so long as they're together, can hold their own, specifically because she can turn into a fucking gigantic wolf monster, which is helpful in certain circumstances. There's also some weirdness going on where when they entered into town, it was like all of the customs people knew something that they weren't telling Kraft and Hollow, and might affect them. It seemed to have something to do with the fact that they were bringing in armor. Like, maybe there's like a really good deal on armor right now, and so they won't be able to sell their armor, or maybe like a war is brewing and people really need their armor, and so either way, they were just giving them like shifty side eye glances that were a little wonky, a little off. So I don't know what we're gonna do in this episode. I assume we're gonna go and try and sell the armor. Hope it goes well, but don't really know, and I don't know how Nora, the shepherd girl, is going to factor in. But I do think that she's going to be a factor. There are a lot of elements at play in this new city, with the church, with the shepherd girl, with the guild hall, with this other group of people who may or may not be another guild hall of some kind. There's a lot going on, and we're just gonna try and keep track of it and see how our traveling duo does in this city. In any case, I've got episode 10 of Spice and Wolf up and ready to go. It's 0 seconds. There will be two versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, that's what it's there for. Just get your copy ready, because the beep beep timer to count you down should be coming at you right about now. Pepper and Pupper. All right. Friendly guild hall. Hmm? Oh, hi, puppy. Intimidate his clientele. Trying to hook Nora up. It's Nora, right? Think so. Eh? What the church thinks about her, but she's working for the pastor, right? Nora the fairy. Lemerio? Right, that's where he bought the, yeah. He knows whatever the people at Customs knew, huh? I'd like to know that information, though. That girl? Absolutely. All right, swirling plot. Right, ominous. Run along. Oh, if only they knew. I was about to say, it was kind of the other way around eventually, but okay. Yeah. But enough for some honeyed pears and apples and stuff. Ooh, she heard that. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah, he's just messing with you, but so is she. Oh, ho ho ho. Yeah, she was just messing with you, but you went and said some stuff. Whew. Eh. I mean, you are, but bit of pepper. Yeah. Mhm. 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 She's too good at this. She's too good at this. Yeah. Walk faster. Evil Hollow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why. Mm-hmm. Fine line. Pretzels? Yeah. Yeah. It's risky, though. You lose it, you lose that much, too. All right, to the market we go. Is that the place where we saw the other guys meeting? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, ominous. Hmm. All right, I would trust her instincts. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, hey, spooky dude. Sitting alone in the dark all day. He's the one who was told to look out for craft, right? Yeah. How so? That I got. That's what everyone knew. So now he's indebted to these fuckers. Poop. Poop, 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 poop. Poop. Right. Putting strain on his actually good relationships. 2 days. Gold, right? How? The market has crashed. What else can we do? No pears and honey! No peaches and honey! This is a tragedy. Huh? Uh-huh. I know it's just business, but still. Please. Yeah, that means no peaches. Can't ruin those relationships. Yeah. Sees all. Yep. Just. How, though? How, buddy? All right. Nope. Not that. The power of the wheat? Is that the same turn into a giant wolf power, or is that something else? Because it wasn't called that before. Yeah, if everything goes to hell. But I think we'll be able to do something. Don't leave me behind. Support each other. Love it. Oh, she's your partner. Nice. Yes, she is. Just takes that in stride. Umu, umu, umu. Just some girl, you know? Yep. Umu. She was. She was. True. Mm. Mm. Sometimes hope is within. He's like, don't say unnecessary things. She's got it, though. Okay. Yep. I'd put my money on the beautiful girl. That makes sense, man. Business is business. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Bad things. Yep. Let's avoid that. Let's not have that happen. I don't like those options. This is a tough situation, man. Somehow. True. In everything in life as well. All right, bit of bluster. What do we have at our disposal? Hmm. Yeah, coming to old friends and asking them for money is not a good look. Hey, Holo. This isn't gonna work. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. He needs to bring her with him. Only for so long. And time is ticking away. Yeah. I like that we're not having to meet all of these characters, just showing the outsides of the building, sort of from Hollow's perspective as well, as she's being left outside each time. He's got to bring her with. Oh, geez, that didn't go well at all. This is not a good look at all. Oh. Oh. Hey, you couldn't have known, man. You couldn't have known. I'm gonna run through all your contacts in this city, man. It's not gonna work. Distance from Hollow. Desperation, man. Yo, wait for Hollow. Oh, don't snap at Hollow. Cool your jets, bud. Cool it. Word always gets around. Humility. Yeah, there's no way to know. Oh boy. Just bringing her around was hampering his attempts, you think? Ugh. Prick. Is he gonna blame her? Fuck. Yeah, don't. It's the same as the villagers and the harvest. When the harvest is good, when the harvest is bad. Loopholes when your back is against the wall. Oh, fuck. That was rough. Alright, next time. The biggest secret scheme. That fade from color to desaturated, that was interesting. Oh boy, this was a rough episode. There's some tough stuff in the latter half of this episode. I think it's a really good depiction of what happens when things fall apart for somebody. And you know, it's really difficult. I mean, I don't want to not feel for Craft. I shouldn't use the phrase it's really difficult. I should just say it's I feel for Craft in this situation. And seeing him become desperate is really rough, and he's so far backed up into a corner at this point that he's not really quite thinking clearly. Like the Craft that we know up until this point would know that running around the town knocking on doors and begging for money is not going to be the way out of this. There's just no chance of that. There's only so far that goodwill can go, and that goodwill isn't going to extend to 47 gold pieces. It's just not going to happen. But when people's backs are up against the wall, they become desperate. I've been there and done things that I wouldn't do otherwise. I mean, in a similar way, asking for help. And it's not even a matter of like, oh, knowing where your true friends are and like, oh, a true friend would help you. It's that it's unreasonable to expect assistance in that kind of a situation. At a certain point, like friendship isn't worth that. Whatever relationship you have with them isn't worth that. Why would they stick their necks out to save you from something that you brought upon yourself? Which he did. Like maybe he was tricked, maybe not, but he's the one who proposed the taking of extra armor on credit, thinking it would be an easy sell, an easy way to get more money. And you know, on the surface of it, it looked like a good idea at the time, absolutely, because if he could get it on credit and could have sold it, he would have made massive returns. But at the same time, there's immense risk inherent in that, and it was a bit of carelessness, a bit of, you know, it's a result of Hollow realizing that the scales were tipped, or I guess that the room was tipped or the table was tipped. But He took it too far. He took it too far. Now he's feeling that. I thought the bit of an ominous setup that was being done was some kind of conspiracy against craft, but it is no such thing. It's not a conspiracy. This is just the machinery of the business world at work. Like, you fucked up. Now that's a debt on your head, and that debt's been sold and traded around, and the people who are holding that debt are not going to be kind to you. And yeah, it's just really rough. The thing that hurts the most is that he's is the moment where he snaps at Hollow, pushes her away, and he catches himself before he says it, but he starts saying, "If it weren't for you," and it's a direct callback to Hollow's experiences as the wolf and the deity of this village, right? The whole deal there was that when the harvests were good, the people praised, but when the harvests faltered, by no fault of her own, just because of the nature of the land and the way that things had to be, similarly here, then they turned on the wolf and blamed. But she's not deserving of blame in this situation. Not at all. It's just rough to see, well, humanity. It's just such a human reaction from Kraft being cornered like this and snapping out at her. When really it's pretty clear to me at least that the wise wolf is the one who's going to figure a way out of this. Somehow. Hmm. Oh man. Oh man. This whole sequence feels like a courtroom. Low angle shots on the people across, shots from above, high angle shots on Craft. I mean, this is like as clear a distinction as you can pretty much get for showing a power dynamic. It's really simple, but super effective. Yeah, no peaches and honey. This whole last sequence where Craft spirals down and out. I caught myself looking at this particular scene and just the variation in the line work that gives so much depth to the shadow under his chin and his jawline. It's so nice. And then when you look at Hollow in almost every scene, all of her line work is so smooth, thinner, more delicate lines, but so smooth. When his are a little bit more rough and like even just in the line work, there's a masculinity to it and then a femininity to it. It's kind of cool. Been thinking about line work because digital tablet. Been doing line work. Oh man. I mean, I'm sure this is gonna get resolved, but I don't know. I don't know. This is one sentiment that I really agree with. I think that and it fits in with other idioms or truisms or even cliches. You could say like when one door closes, another opens. Hold on. But I think it's super true. I think that pressure creates change in people, allows them to see opportunities that they wouldn't have seen before, and I think that's going to happen in this next episode. It's just rough to see the process leading up to that. I mean, it's pain and it's suffering and it's difficulty that makes us grow as people, but it's never pretty. Growth isn't fun because you don't realize it's happening when it's happening. It just looks like a wall in front of you until you find that loophole, until you find that little crack to eke through. I hope that they find it and come up with it soon. Because I don't know how much more of depressed craft I can really watch. It's just rough. It's just rough. But there's nobody working against him here. It's just the the situation he's found himself in. This whole sequence is wonderfully done. I really appreciate and really enjoy this whole sequence where we just see the like facades or the front faces of the buildings, which are all pretty gorgeous and diverse and interesting. And we hear just the moment of turning him away, and we're focused entirely on Holo waiting outside the door, waiting and waiting, and watching her go from hopeful and somewhat cheerful to less so, and then trying and trying to keep up with him, and then trying and trying, and then the fall. How dare you bring a woman with you? Oh, fuck you. She's my business partner. Man. When you're desperately trying to rely on people's goodwill. Then he pushes her away. No, Craft. No. No, be good to Holo. That wise wolf is going to pull you through this. Okay. Quick break, do a syncy thingy, and then we'll come back for episode 11. So I'll see you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are ready. We are synced up and good to go for Spice and Wolf Season 1, Episode 11. Hopefully things take a turn for the better here. We've got the secret scheme or secret plot or whatever this episode is going to be called, something like that. And hopefully this plot is a good one, and hopefully it can get Kraft's head off the chopping block. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't have any ideas here. I don't really. I mean, I think we know what's at their disposal, but I don't know what he could possibly do in this situation. It would either have to be some manipulation of things, or some massive change in the circumstances, or some crazy harebrained really good idea from Holo. Uh, but we'll see. I just don't know. In any case, let's go ahead and watch episode 11. I've got it up. It's ready. Versions, picture-in-picture version, timer-based version, all that jazz. Beep beep timer. Okay. What now? So she went home alone, yeah. Back to the tavern. Or the inn. Shit. Alright, the biggest secret scheme. Okay. Is this the inn? Better be ready to apologize. She left? Or is the secret a secret from him? No, she's in bed. She's awake. Hmm. Don't do that. Hmm. Yeah, he's leaving. Bruh. Leaving the door open? Alright, she has 3 coins. I don't want your fucking money. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Baka. I don't want that. Oh! Oh! Oh. Okay. Okay. True. So, miscommunication at the heart of it. Hmm. Plead fifth. Mm-hmm. One more time from the top. Why are you such a nice person? Because I love you. Phrasing. Okay, I guess that'll work. I guess that's good enough for now. I wanted to hear it too. Oh. Oh. Guy, you are so hot and cold. Hello. Stop it. Hmm. Hmm. True. Sometimes it's best to get conflict out in the open. Alright, what are we gonna do? Way too much. What are we gonna do? All yours. Ah, God, we don't get to hear it. Oh. What's the play, Hollow? What's the play? Oh, back here, huh? We still have 1 day before it's due, right? Hmm. Business partner. Alright, hey, buddy. So stern. Using Nora? I'm sure that's why. Oh, it's the priest asking her. I don't buy his shtick. Gold? Unstamped gold? Makes sense. Yes, he is. Holy shit, they're gonna use Nora to smuggle gold? An unassuming shepherd. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Support. Oh, it's today. Hmm. Hmm. Let her have it. You do. Is she telling the truth or is she scheming? Putting pressure on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, a deal is struck. Payment is deferred. Your fence? Hmm. Hmm. So how do we convince Nora? Okay. Back to banter. Love it. But how are we going to convince Nora? Hmm. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, we got something to talk to you about. A little business proposal. Oh, excited. Let's do that. Somewhere where prying eyes can't hear us, and we can talk about illegally smuggling gold against the will of the church. Kampai! Hardly touching it, huh? Yeah, let's keep it on the down low. Yeah, 20 Lumione? That's a lot of money. Of course. Of course. That's it. Where are they going to put the gold? Are they going to feed the gold to the sheep? Strap it to their underbellies? Hide it in their fleece? What? Yeah. Mmm. Set you up for. Yeah. Set you up for a while. Ooh, baby. That sounds good. What's the catch? What other place? Oh, Taylor membership at a different town. I think it's worse here. Yeah. Ah, that's what's up. Wow, that's fucked. Or until you're actually killed by wolves. It's sort of a burn the witch situation. Maybe don't say that so loud. But I feel you. Sounds real good. We're gonna feed it to the sheep. Ugh. Are sheep, like, okay with that? I don't know the mechanics of that very much. Like, coins? Here, sheep, delicious gold. Right. In the heathen town where the price is lower. Right. But the unsafe roads. Mm-hmm. 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 Many birds, few stones. That's why it's so much. Yeah. Gonna take a sip now? Yup. But fear. Okay. We're in business, baby. Mm. Good thing you didn't let Hollow take this one. And she drinks. Steal yourself, girl. They haven't quite turned out well yet. There's still... Looked innocent. 100%. No, she's a little smarter than she lets on, I think. Maybe. A. All right. And survive long enough to. Mm-hmm. Hmm. He's not gonna sell them out, is he? That would fuck up everything. No, he's gonna go with it. At least I sure hope so. Because that could go from like, oh, 10 years of hard labor to, oh, 1 week left to live. Could go real bad. Next time, a group of youngsters. Young relative to Hollow, I would assume. Okay, well, we came up with an idea. We removed Kraft's head from the chopping block for the present, for now. Came up with a damn good idea that does indeed incorporate Nora. Found out a little bit more about why people treat Nora with such suspicion, believing her to be some kind of a heathen witch or something. Something strange about this girl. I have the feeling that whatever strangeness is going on with her has to do with the dog she's been with this whole time. I don't know, there's something there. There's something that maybe she's not aware of going on that's protecting her from the ills of the world. I'm kind of thinking maybe another deity of sorts is in this sheepdog, but that's too far conjecture wise for me to really go. Doesn't really line up with anything that we know at this point. Couple of really wonderful things in this episode. I really liked the whole conversation with Nora, and the idea itself is brilliant and terrifying. I mean, the church, I'm sure, would not look too kindly on people edging in on their business, considering it's the fucking church and it's their business and the way that they make money. But this is a cool way to tie a lot of the things that we know together, because as we were entering this town, we found out about the gold and their blessing of the gold and how they make money off of it. And I talked about that as being kind of kind of corrupty and kind of awful. But to use that to our advantage, it's not something that I would have thought of, and it's not something that I did think of, and it's pretty damn brilliant. And then to instead of actually coming up with this impossible sum of money immediately, to instead defer the payment for some kind of a deal, some kind of a plan, a ploy, and to use the bit of a pleasant working relationship that they've founded with Miss Nora to their advantage is very intelligent. There's also the fact that he's offering her a serious goodly sum of money and not trying to rip her off, but there's definitely the awareness that like there's going to be a lot more money made off of this deal just in general than that one sum of 20 Lumione, but it's more than she could possibly earn just following the orders of the church. And there is the little bit of a side benefit of getting to pull one over on these people who've been quite literally like sending her out to die, or pulling the throw the witch into water situation. It is really what it reminds me of. If you throw the witch in water and she sinks, she's not a witch, but she's drowned. And if she doesn't sink, she's a witch. Burn her. Either way, the person you suspect of being a witch gets dead. and everybody wins. It's real messed up. So I'm glad that we're extending a hand to help her, but it is definitely conditional on the success of this mission. And if anything goes wrong during this mission, all three of their heads are not good, not good at all. Same with the Lemurio Trading Company, not good, not good for them. Bad for business, risky, but a very different kind of risk than a financial risk. At this point, really, what Kraft has done is traded one kind of debt for another, or one kind of risk for another. He's basically put his head and Hollow's head. Although I don't think that they could execute Hollow if they really wanted to. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. That she could turn into a giant wolf. Yeah, fuck you. Um, but putting all of their heads on the chopping block in order to get their heads off the chopping block. Really, it's trading up a debt, and that's scary. But I have a feeling it's gonna work out pretty well. Now, I don't know how you're gonna get sheep to eat a bunch of gold. I mean, sheep aren't like goats, as far as I know, in that they won't eat just anything. How are you gonna coat the gold nuggets in whatever sheep like to eat? Maybe. I mean, cover them in peanut butter. It works on dogs with pills, but you'd have to be putting a lot of gold inside those sheep to make it work. Like a lot. In order to make it worthwhile. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty scary. This whole situation with Hollow is, oh, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. What I didn't quite get was that she does blame herself, and I was looking at this more from Kraft's point of view, um, when I was discussing the last episode, but that she does blame herself for coming with, and that being the reason that he couldn't get money. I didn't quite piece that together completely. I mean, we got it from the last guy that we talked to. It was like, how audacious of you to bring a woman with you when you're begging for money. But I didn't think that was the reason that he was being turned away and turned away and turned away. I thought it was just more that you're a desperate man coming around begging for stuff, and people are going to turn you away for that. But I don't know. I don't know how much of a factor it was. I guess maybe it was a factor. Regardless, what we end up with the this whole conversation is freaking lovely. Kraft is way too nice, and then this whole "why aren't you blaming me?" and then this moment where we get kind of a lover's bend, and yep, yep, sets the teenage schoolgirl inside of me going for sure. This is kind of awesome. And then she is like, let's do a redo. Let's do this again. Why are you so nice? It's because you're special to me. All right, that'll work. And then the hug, and then it's so cute. It's so fucking cute. And then they come up with an idea, and it's a really good idea. And it's also terrifying and super risky. Fuck this guy. There's no need to worry. We're just sending you out into the belly of the beast where there are wolves and mercenaries. God will totally protect you. That's what'll happen. Fucker. Uh, Continuing with the trend of character designs that speak to the characters they represent. This guy with the extremely sharp cheekbones and the generally sharp features, helped out by the bit of a goatee that he's got, and the somewhat messed up but otherwise slicked back hair, and then the deep sunken circles around his eyes. Kind of like what I always have. It's just it's the nature of my face. It's the way it happens. But he's a serious person who's got a lot of stress on his plate and is not super willing to hear Kraft out at the moment because, well, he says it right here in this frame that we've got. You're grasping at straws, man. You're freaking out here, but it is an ingenious plan, and Hollow gets to a little bit of a chance to say something about it and explain some things. Again, we're going with a high or a low angle shot, but this time even more severe and more stark. We're even sort of stretching the perspective so that he looks like he's got a tiny head, little tiny head on a big body, which works. It's quite effective. Does he lean back in the chair here? No, he doesn't. Okay, but yeah, it's Nora. Fuck this priest, smile and still a villain. I'm all over the Shakespeare today. What the hell? Okay. Yep. Backs against a wall, and we're never really told with certainty whether Hollow is telling the truth about his men choosing to run away. It could be true. She could be picking up that, or she could be lying to put more pressure on him. It doesn't really matter because it worked. But man, we seal the deal, and he has them go and get Liebert, who we only see from behind, which makes me think quite distinctly that he's going to be an important character moving forward. In what regard? Like, is he the fence? Is he the guy that he's calling up for dealing in smuggled gold and getting his stuff in order? Or is he a contingency plan? Is he going to be following them and keeping an eye out, making sure they don't do anything stupid? Or is he a contact at the church and he's selling them out? I don't know. It's all up in the air at the moment. Then we have this conversation with Nora, and I wasn't really sure what was going on here. I thought we were using the she says on the steps of the church that she barely drinks wine, the blood of whatever, the communion wine is what they're referring to. But I thought we were using the ale in front of her as like, if she takes the sip, then she's going with the plan, and moving away from the church and toward a little bit of vice, just a little hint of it. But then the bells ring, and I thought that it's just sort of a little confusing visual metaphor. I think it would have been more consistent seeming if like that had been consistent, and maybe I'm just misinterpreting it, but I would have liked that and thought it was really clever if we had used the ale as like, you're in with us or not. Um, and I guess she does drink deep after the bells ring, but yeah, afterward. But here, when she sort of like very slowly, very intently, and we're focused on it, we pull it. She pulls it to her face and then puts it down when the bells ring, as though she's having a hesitation or a second thought, and then immediately says, "I'll do it." It's kind of all over the place in terms of visual metaphor. And then she drinks deep, and that's just confusing. I don't get it. Um, it's not like bad. It's just, I think, a missed opportunity to use it for a purpose. To use the pieces of stuff in the setting for a purpose. Brave sheep who's, yeah, she might even be a different animal wearing a sheep's skin. But she's a shepherd I approve of. So that all of us can have the last laugh. So we had some serious relationship development between Hollow and Craft. We had a secretive scheme that seems like it's gonna pull them out of hot water, but maybe out of hot water into straight into the fire. It could be real bad. And we've incorporated a lot of the little bits and tidbits of information that we've gotten over the last couple of episodes to make this whole thing work. I like this episode a lot. I like it a lot. Some really cute moments between Craft and Hollow, and I kind of a wonderful plan. We'll have to wait till next week to see how it goes, whether it can go off without a hitch and we have a nice, all smile in the end, happy ending, or if it ends up being a tie-in to a future season and things are rough. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this close to the end of the season, it's time for a win. Big win. That would be very cool. In any case, I think that's what I have to say about this episode and these 2 episodes of Spice and Wolf. So, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Spice and Wolf, Season 1, Episodes 10 and 11. I hope you've enjoyed these couple of episodes as much as I have. I thought they were pretty lovely. And I hope to catch you next week when we finish off the season with 12 and 13. Yeah. So, hope to see you there. Peace.